Explaining the back rooms is like explaining when the dog is to somebody and then telling them to draw it without them ever knowing or seeing what a dog even looks like. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to me. I just got done not too long ago watching the Backrooms movie from Kane Parsons, or Kane Pixels as you may know him. This is basically going to be just a little mini review, just my pros and cons of the film, and I'm assuming you already watched the film by now. So yeah, spoilers, of course. So basically, when it comes down to my pros, I do believe that personally, that the story was pretty interesting. Also, I do believe that the music was amazing. Of course, it's Kane. Also, there was another music producer as well. I don't remember his name from what I saw, but the music was amazing. The set design, amazing. Costume design, pretty dang good. I love the handheld shots mixed in with the cinematic cameras as well. Those were pretty dang cool. I do think it's a little interesting though, the two Clark's co-workers that he had with him. It is funny because they did not look like characters from the 90s. You know, I'm assuming they're supposed to be like young 20s and stuff, but it's funny how they kind of have a little bit of that TikTok phase, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it could have been the makeup department, I don't know. And when it comes down to my cons, it's basically like some story beats, you know. So when it comes down to the second, no, I think it's the third therapist scene when they're in the back rooms. I think personally, like when Clark is explaining the back rooms, all these different things and stuff, I do think that we kind of just jumped the shark there. I wish personally we got to experience the backrooms with Clark. You know, basically we can see, I wish we stayed with Clark for basically the whole film. I do kind of wish that. And I wish we got to slowly see his descent into madness and the backrooms slowly copying more and more elements from his life. And maybe he gets to see some things with his marriage that, you know, like, oh man, I remember that. Oh man, that was awful. I did that. I kind of somewhat wish the back rooms was kind of like a therapy session in and of itself, you know, of him seeing these past events, these people he used to, you know, like we got to go on a journey with him when it came down to all that and got to see his descent into madness. Because when he lures the therapist lady into the back rooms to be with him to have a third therapy session, it just kind of comes out of nowhere where it's like, oh hey, these are these crazy entities, and oh yeah, they come from your mind, and oh, you can eat them. And it's just like, huh, what's all this? You know, think about it. You're new to the Backrooms franchise or whatever, and you're just like, what the heck is all this? You know, like, huh? But other than that complaint though, and maybe like some wording here and there, I do think it still did an amazing job overall. So that's basically the end of my cons list as well. Just some dialogue, some choices. Also, bro, how many times can we see that first set? Yeah, with the stop sign and all that stuff. Like, oh, like we literally saw that area like at least like 6 times in the film. Like, come on, people. In my summary of the film, basically, I loved it. I basically loved it. Kane did say that it is canon to the web series as well, so that'll be interesting. He also stated that that's this version of the still life. I do wonder if the bacteria still exists, seeing how, as he said, it's canon. If it's on like a different level, is it like tiered to where, like, you know, again, as Clark, you know, explains, it copies layers, it copies, it makes another copy, it copies things from real life, and then it copies itself from real life. And it's basically like taking a picture and then saving it and then posting it somewhere else, and then saving it, posting it somewhere else. Over time, that original image is gonna get degraded over time if you keep copying and pasting it over and over again. And it's funny because one of the quotes in the movie is explaining the back rooms is like explaining what the dog is to somebody and then telling them to draw it without them ever knowing or seeing what a dog even looks like, you know. And I mean, yeah, that's basically how it is. And the one thing I do think is also interesting as well, as somebody that's just recently started trying to get into acting and voice acting and stuff, I do think it is kind of cool to see these indie projects make it on the big screen more and more often as well. One other thing that's interesting too is that I did hear about another movie called Obsession as well. That's also an indie film that's now on the big screen. So I was gonna try that one out as well, and I guess maybe I might even do a mini review for that. But yeah, overall, Kane, you killed it. Kane did say that he might do a mini series a while back, and apparently there's going to be another film, at least from rumors I hear. All I know is, Kane, do not turn into the Saw series where you release a movie every year, because things might come with questionable quality over time. Give the film a solid 8 out of 10. If we followed Clark more, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10. Another thing as well I really liked, I did like the ending monster. I have heard that apparently some people were not a big fan of the ending monster, but I think the one thing that's interesting is the fact that apparently that wasn't, or a majority of it was not CGI. Apparently it was an actually full-on costume, and they had an actor that was like 7 foot tall that's even played in the Alien films, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy if that's true. And that's one of my other interesting things as well. If we're gonna get the bacteria, I wonder if it'll come back in other films, and if maybe we might have that actor maybe play as like some weird long stick figure or like human hybrid. I do wonder if we're going to get more entities from the Backrooms series, or is King gonna just keep it in his worlds, you know, when it comes down to entities. But I do wonder if the Backrooms ever gonna copy animals. And then imagine having to fight off like a dog, but it's not a dog. It's like kind of a dog, you know. It would be funny if having the Backrooms try to mimic what a dog is, but it doesn't do it correctly. I think that would be the irony, you know, from it. Or like a bear. Like, how crazy would it be to like see like a really messed up, distorted bear, you know, from just what the Backrooms thinks it is, you know. Like, that would be like crazy. But yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to become a Mike Twist, and I'll see you guys in the next episode or game. Bye guys, have a good time.